Let's find out what to make of the market. We've got Sanjiv Bhasin, who's joining in as always. Sanjiv, hi there. Good morning. Lots to chat about, but let's first up get in your take as to how you expect the overall market momentum to pan out, particularly on the back of this strong handover.
Yeah, good morning, Avan. So firstly, my envy not being in Bombay with you and wearing the same T-shirt and cheering for India, that will be another icing on the cake. And behold, the icing on the cake is that we are going to open on a 200-point upswing. See, we've been missing the momentum for whatever reasons on the large caps. And I think today is a perfect occasion to catch the bears on the wrong side. I would say that this is just the starting. I had told you 19,700 is coming within a few days of Diwali. Now you write it down. 20,000 is here by the end of this month and roaring, because the mid cap index is where the real money is being made. Today, I would say that there will be follow-up buying on the back of an exceptional fall in bond yields, weaker US dollar, which has been boding for us for some time. And I think that this consolidation has played out rather well on the broader market, but it's about time the elephant started to dance.
Nothing stopping you from wearing the jersey still. You can don it in New Delhi as you are surrounded by smoke and pollution and smog, because I believe that the Delhi pollution is now in the severe category because rain is also eluding. But that aside, let's talk about good things, the market momentum then. And let's talk about the comeback of some of these large cap banks, because over the past few days, we've been interacting with a lot of experts and they're of the view that some of these banks which haven't participated, it is going to be the time for some of them to make a comeback. Valuations as well looking ripe. Your thoughts?
Exactly, Avan. If I could, bet something on, it would be the bank Nifty. It got irrationally sold into below that 42,500 or 42,200. Now I think it is broken out on the technical chart above 44,000, and I can guarantee the bank Nifty will hit a new high before the Nifty, because that was the first one which started the slide. And irrespective of when HDFC Bank wakes up from its slumber, I think ICICI, Axis, Kotak, all these will add flavor to an already bullish PNB and Can Bank and Bank of Baroda. So sum of parts, it means that large cap private banks actually could shift the pattern for the Nifty to move up, but Bank Nifty will be the outperformer.
Okay, Bank Nifty will be the outperformer, but talk to us about Manappuram as well. We were just discussing that stock, that the gold loan rate might be a bit muted, but look at that solid set on profitability, and the brokerages are calling it a re-rating candidate. Your view on Manappuram and even Muthoot for that matter?
Yeah, good morning. So, Anisha, actually, Manappuram was a good time. We entered when, it came below that sub 100 level for a short period, when there were allegations of some wrongdoing by the, some management issues, which were actually denied. There was no issue on that. It was just hyperly blown and there was an investigation. And from there it has paid rich. I still think on a price to book, it is one of the cheapest gold lending stocks. 2% is what they make on gold loan. And now if you see, they've broadened their portfolio. So one, they get access to only one asset class, which has one mark to market. And on top of that, if you diversify your portfolio, then your NIMs are going to rise in tandem. I think definitely this stock is a undervalued stock. And I would not rule out even 200 rupees coming in the next 1 year. I definitely think on any decline, or even now, given the numbers, given the pre-provisioning operating profit, this stock should be definitely re-rated on the back of numbers and on the back of the changing environment of their book.
Okay, what's the outlook when it comes to Jubilant FoodWorks? Because in their management meet, they did talk about how they are likely to double down on the growth in Domino's, and they are as well talking about maybe mid-single digits for the same-store sales growth. Are you looking at this stock glass half full or empty?
So we have avoided Jubilant on the back that the valuation was too stretched. We will have a relook on the management, but we put money in Devyani International. We think they are gaining more market share, particularly on the Costa Coffee. Their other brands and Kentucky's new mix is doing extremely well. And we think that Devyani at 180 offers a very, very good opportunity. That is one QSR stock which we think is undervalued as per the rest of the peer groups. And we would actually advocate putting money into that. That actually for us can be a doubler in the next 2 years.
Okay, so from that QSR space, Devyani has been one bet that Mr. Bhasin has been very positive on. But what about the entire pharma space? While, the numbers from Narayana Healthcare were good, even Wockhardt look impressive because the margins have improved quite a bit. Natco was a bit subdued. What's your view in terms of which are the stocks which are best placed within the pharma pack?
So you'll have to take a basket of them. I thought Glenmark numbers and the disclosure from the management was very positive in the sense they have a one-time FX loss. Their new brands in what they've invested is showing color. Their geographical bent on North America is yielding positive results. And mind you, 9% of their turnover goes into R&D, which is being overlooked. I think this fall in Glenmark should be an opportunity to buy. This quarter was a one-off because of one or two items. I think Glenmark is one of the stocks which is very, very strong on their portfolio of diversion of a lot of other businesses which they have, and they've consolidated their businesses very well on the pharma side. Lupin is the other one which we are very, very positive. As a disclosure, Lupin is in our portfolio along with Sun, and we think that basket, Anisha, the best thing to play over here is SBI Mutual Pharma Fund or a Nippon Mutual Pharma Fund, because consolidated, if you bought just the mutual fund, your NAV will do well rather than individual stocks, because that is the domain of the fund manager and the changing environment on a lot of the US FDA. But I would give Glenmark a relook, and we'll wait for the management commentary. But I think this fall was overdone. This stock can again rally back to 850, 880.
Bhasin, in the meantime, give me your view on some of these stocks, maybe an Everready, Religare, which is the candidate of hostile takeover, and of course, Dabur itself.
So Anisha, I think the controversy will be, settled by whatever the explanation and so on. I cannot comment on that because I am not privy to what the exact status is. These type of rumor mongerings happen. Dabur is a very, very strong brand. And I think the Everready stock which they took had a huge upside, given that there was the original promoter had defaulted, but the business was very strong. We still think the Religare brand is extremely positive, and that could play out well. But I think we will have to wait for more of this, uncanny rumor mongering which is going on for that to play out. So I would reserve my comments. I still think Dabur is one of the best FMCG players, and they've played out. Their portfolio has done extremely well. And if you own that stock, stay with it. And we'll wait for more color coming on this whole episode.
Okay, a quick take then, Sanjiv, on Indiabulls Housing. You've got an inline set of numbers, brokerages a little bit underweight, and then there's Grasim as well, where you also had the overall volume growth, or EBITDA rather, coming in pretty much below what the street was penciling in. How are you looking at these two result candidates?
No, so we have a positive rating on Grasim. Any decline is a buying opportunity. The whole portfolio of VSF and PFI are doing extremely well. Their local businesses are expanding, and we know that specialty chemical commodities are doing extremely well, and that's the next outlook. It is also the holding company of Vodafone and of Ultratech that in some of parts gives it a valuation edge. We would avoid Indiabulls Housing. We would rather go with Bajaj Finance. I think quietly they've raised 9,000 crore, which gives them a lending book of 50,000 crore over the next 1 year. And at this time, when rates are close to 8-9% on their NIMs, they would be the ones who would be laughing their way to the bank. The promoters themselves have issued 15% and participated in this buyback by issuing warrants at 7670, which is at almost a 5% premium. And I think that we have to identify at 19,700 where there is value and where the downsides are limited. So I think this downside was an opportunity because of the QIP. Given the prospect of raising 9,000 crore, which is the highest an NBFC has raised, I would say that Bajaj Finance is something which you can safely put your money for a 15% upside over the next 6 months.
15% upside on Bajaj Finance over the course of next 6 months. But
I think if I just look at what would be called as the pond of stocks which you don't want to buy, whether it was Suzlon, Vodafone, JP Associates, it's like saying that things have really reversed. 76% for Vodafone. I mean, nobody likes it, excepting Sanjiv Bhasin, but the stock's done well. JP Associates, again, nobody likes it, excepting Sanjiv Bhasin. 93%. Suzlon, hello. Suzlon has gone up by 2.6%. And this one, I guess, everybody likes now. But beginning of the year, nobody liked it. Now, why am I bringing these three stocks up? Well, there is a change in terms of the debt profile. Suzlon, they've got capital infusion. Some smart investors have moved in. JP Associates, I read last evening that they are looking at changing their debt profile in terms of their, the huge debt which they've got on the balance sheet from ICICI Bank. Vodafone, there is a talk of a capital infusion. The company was rescued in the middle of the COVID crisis by Government of India when the ownership changed. So, Bhasin sir, which is the next big one now?
Well, Nikunj, these are very hard trying ideas. You have to sit through a lot of pain when they don't perform. But like I said, there is value in the eye of the beholder. Right now, if I could find some, I'll definitely get back to you. But I still think that Vodafone is bound to be re-rated. And I gave you the reasoning for that. JP, there is positive news. They've converted 7% equity for ICICI. The NCLT hearing is on 30th November, which will be another positive once that is decided and it comes out of that. But now we cannot say because the stocks have more than doubled from where they are. I would now stick to bigger large cap names. Like I said, Bajaj Finance is something I'm very, very positive on. And I would, put my money in Bajaj Finance, Reliance, ICICI Bank for making a comeback. I will definitely say in that power space, like, you've seen the re-rating for power transformers, where BHEL has reached. Go with the largest private player, Tata Power. You cannot be wrong. I can vouch for it. 350 on Tata Power or a new high is coming. And it may be 6 months, it may be 9 months, it may be 3 months. But that is one stock which you must own in your portfolio.
Okay, Mr. Bhasin, on that note, we let you go. Appreciate you making time and speaking with us. Dipan